Special Agent Richie Rahab responds to his first call of the day, reporting a dog trapped in a cage on the roof of a house.
Just from past experience, the dogs that I come across on the roof are not usually in good condition. They don't have access to water, and they're usually emaciated condition. So I hope that's not the case when we get there, but we'll see what happens.
Rahab is on his way to Jamaica, Queens. When he arrives at the location, something isn't quite right. The house doesn't appear to have a flat roof.
It could be a false complaint, but you never know. Could be a flat roof in the back, maybe a porch, who knows? Police, here's PCA. Hello.
How are you?
I'm hearing a complaint about a dog. You have a dog on the roof here?
A dog on the roof?
Yeah.
No. We have a raccoon, though, with that foot.
A raccoon on the roof? They got caught?
Yeah.
What, in a trap or just
Yeah,
got
it was
caught?
a trap.
Oh, yeah?
You want to see it?
Yeah, absolutely.
The house owner, Maria, explains that they are troubled by raccoons and have recruited a trapping company to safely stop the problem.
The exterminator's doing it?
Yeah.
And do you know when the animal was trapped?
No.
It is illegal to leave an animal trapped for more than 12 hours without food or water.
Well, my concern is there's laws about trapping these animals. If an exterminator is doing it, it's not a problem. However, they have to check up on these animals and they can't be out for a certain period of time.
He asks for a ladder so that he can check on the animal. He is concerned that the raccoon, a nocturnal animal, may be suffering in the cage.
You can't just trap animals and keep them in a cage unattended. There are laws that apply that you have to provide shelter and food for a trapped animal. 12 hours, it's probably longer than 12 hours that this animal was in the cage. They come out at nighttime. It's 1 o'clock now. I don't know. I'm just assuming, but it's probably an extended period of time this animal is in the cage. I'll call the trapper, see what kind of information I can get from him.
Rahab's priority is the welfare of the raccoon. Tapping on the cage to wake the animal, he discovers the shocking truth.
He's been up there quite a while. Because there's actually flies on it. These traps have been up here for a long time, right?
No. About a week or two.
Rahab is outraged.
You could just imagine what kind of torture this thing went through in that cage until it ultimately died.
I'm really upset because, like he said, that the exterminator was supposed to be in control. I feel sorry for the animal.
I can tell you, he broke all his paw nails trying to get out of the cage.
Rahab wants to stop this happening again. He knows that the responsibility for the raccoon's inhumane treatment lies with the professional trappers. The raccoon should have been released by the trappers in an area away from people.
He tried his best to get out. It's just a shame. I don't like to see that. All right, I'm gonna take the cage with the animal inside. I'm gonna bring it over to Berg Memorial Hospital. They'll perform a necropsy on it. We'll determine how long that animal has been dead.
This is not the first time Rahab has witnessed the cruel treatment of wild animals by careless and unprofessional contractors.
Yeah, this is a pretty common practice with these exterminators. Some of them really do the right thing. Others are just so busy with work, they set these traps and they leave it up to the homeowners to give them a call. And ultimately, what we have here is an animal that suffered unjustifiably because somebody was too lazy to check this trap. But this raccoon, it's the same as a dog, a cat, or any other living creature, and there's no reason why he had to stay in the cage and suffer like that. So it's upsetting, to say the least.
Rahab is determined to get justice and to stamp out illegal trapping in New York. Special investigator Richie Rahab is on his way from an investigation in Queens to the Berg Memorial Animal Hospital in Manhattan. In his car is the body of a raccoon found in a trap. Rahab suspects that the trapping contractors left the animal in the trap for days. This is an illegal practice he wants stopped.
I obtained the contract from the homeowner, and there's special instructions on the contract, and it states that the traps must be checked daily and for them to call the trapping company when there's an animal caught. What I need to do now, because he did sign it, the homeowner, what I need to do is see if the trapping company can legally do something like that and give the responsibility to the homeowner. Right.
Rahab phones the contractor.
Hello, this is Officer Rahab with the ASPCA. All right, I got a copy of the contract, and I see the special instructions where it says check traps daily and call the office if a raccoon is caught. Now, are you allowed to put a stipulation like that inside the contract according to DEC, the DEC licensing? You can do that. It does make sense, but I got to see if legally you have the right to put that responsibility onto the homeowner. But if you don't have the legal right to do so, we're going to have some serious problems here. I want you to know that, because what happened here was an animal unjustifiably suffered in this trap, okay, and ultimately died.
Rahab wants a necropsy of the raccoon's body. Establishing the cause of death will provide important evidence for his possible case against the contractors. Dr. Reisman ordered a necropsy to establish the cause of death. The results of the necropsy are shocking.
If the raccoon wasn't in the trap, it would be alive. And the reason the raccoon died is because it was trapped as a wild animal in a trap situation. It was exposed to the elements. There were certainly signs of dehydration on the postmortem exam. There was no food in the gastrointestinal tract.
When Special Agent Rahab receives a fax detailing the results of the necropsy, he begins criminal proceedings against the trappers.
I'm going to make a phone call to the lawyer of two of the subjects that I've been investigating for this raccoon case. I spoke to one of the subjects. He had nothing more to say to me. He said to call his lawyer, so that's what I'm about to do. However, a little surprise for them, when I call his lawyer, I'm going to request that they both turn themselves in, because I will be placing them under arrest for animal cruelty and failure to provide for an impounded animal. It's unfortunate that the raccoon died the way he did. However, his death wasn't in vain, because people are going to realize that, a raccoon is the same as any other animal, and you can't just trap them and leave them there to die.
It's a cold, wet morning in Queens, and Special Agent Richie Rahab is on his way to the 107th Precinct to arrest the trapping contractors who are responsible for leaving a raccoon to die in a trap. Working with Rahab to ensure the arrest goes smoothly is Special Investigator Diane DiGiacomo. Also waiting for the trappers are conservation officers LaCroix and Meade from New York State DEC Police.
We're here to assist the ASPCA, and also we're going to be issuing summonses to the individuals for trapping nuisance wildlife without a permit.
The DEC police have an interest in the case because the company that was trapping these animals don't have a license to trap. And there was a few other violations that were committed, so they're going to handle that part of it.
So he was probably in there for like a week.
Oh, yeah. Place you under arrest for animal cruelty.
If found guilty, the contractors could face a $1,000 fine and a year's jail sentence for animal cruelty, as well as the cost of a summons from the DEC police.
Well, it really is quite a case, because too much of this exists, and it's just hard to catch a lot of these people. So when we do catch them, they go through the whole system. As I'm processing him, the DEC police are going to do what they need to do, write out whatever summonses. And those summonses, they're not cheap. They're going to be set back quite a lot, but they deserve it. I mean, I don't feel bad, because they get what they deserve. I'm sure this isn't the first time they did it. It's probably the first time they got caught. So if you put everything into perspective, they're probably still getting off easy. Maybe this will open their eyes that you can't do it to any animal. A raccoon is the same as a dog or a cat or any other animal. Justice is definitely getting done today.